Hey, a question that I get asked a lot is what KVD treble do I put on my different hard baits? Well, I can tell you, I have so much confidence in those Mustad KVD trebles. I helped design that hook. My favorite hook is the TG76. It's a 1 extra strong, extra short, one time extra short, wide gap triple grip treble that comes with an ultra point. So they're super sharp. They really hold up. If you're grinding the rocks and gravel and hitting hard bottom with them, the points stay sharp on them. They're really strong and they don't flex. If you're catching big smallmouth, even with a little number 4 treble, they really just don't straighten them out. So what I do is I put the size that fits these baits the best to maximize the gap that I'm gonna get. So I'll go up in size generally with almost every bait. So I'll just go right through it. So a small little bait like this little 1.0, I can put number 4 KVDs on there. They don't hang, they don't affect the action of the bait or anything like that. And even with heavy line, these are not gonna flex or bend out. The same thing with a little series 3, the 3 or the 3XD, I can go up to a number 4 KVD because of that extra short shank on there. They don't tangle together, and again, their holding power is just incredible. A standard 1.5 or like a 1/2 ounce red eye shad, I can go to number 2s on that. And the same thing again, they're not gonna tangle. You can see it's a bigger hook. They actually, because of their diameter, they weigh a little bit more, but they really help that action. This bait has a great hunting action. That heavier hook on there really enhances it. So I go to number 2s on any of the 1.5 series baits, whether it's the shallow runner, the flat side, the square bill like this, it's gonna work real well. Now, when you go to bigger baits, like this 2.5, I can go up in size again. So I can go up to a number 1, or my favorite is a 1/0. So I'll put the 1/0 on this 2.5. I put the 1/0 on the 4.0 square bill. And again, you can see those are big hooks that are on there. I can throw these on 20, 25 pound test line. And I know that if I get a big bass in heavy cover, I'm gonna keep that fish locked on there. A 6XD, same thing. I can go up to that 1/0 size on there. That 8XD, I can go up to that 1/0 size. A 10XD, I go to a 2/0. That big 8.0 square bill, I can go up to a 2/0 on that too. And again, it's got that wide gap, that super strong hook, and they're ultra sharp. So they're gonna really hold those fish and lock them on. I have won literally millions of dollars with these hooks in classics and tournaments and things like that. They have holding power like no other hook. The one thing you have to, kind of watch is the balance of, baits that are going to be more affected by the weight of the hook. So even this sexy dog, I can put number 2s on and put 3 of them on there, and they're not gonna, get hung up, and they really hold those fish on. If you're fishing for 4 or 5 pound smallmouth, they have so much torque on a jerk bait or a stick bait like this, you want that super strong hook. Other baits, you're not gonna have that option. With a jerk bait, for instance, you're not gonna be able to put a number 2 on there without making that suspending bait sink. So I'm gonna put number 4s on all of my KVD jerk baits. And again, the strength of that hook is just so impressive that it's gonna keep those fish locked on there. What I try to do is put as big a hook as I can on there without them tangling together and without it affecting the action of the bait. So, a subtle topwater like the KVD Splash, you can't upsize the hook on that without changing the action of that bait. But all these crankbaits, red eye shads, things like that, it allows me to put those bigger hooks on there without affecting the action, gives me a lot more holding power, a lot more strength. I can fish them with heavy line, I can fish them in heavy cover, and it's gonna keep those bass locked on. I just have so much confidence in the hooking and holding power of that Mustad KVD treble. It's been really, really good to me. If you want to learn more about what it's like out on the tournament trail, follow me on social media, go to my YouTube channel, or go to kevinvandam.com.